back and talking to some of the former beauty queens of Toddlers and Tiaras and catching up on how their lives changed 11 years after that show premiered. Also joining us is beauty pageant expert and author of Here She Comes, The Complicated Reign of the Beauty Pageant in America, Levey Friedman. Hillary, let me start with you. You know, we talk about the impact of television. There are some anecdotal numbers out there to say a lot of people started putting their children in pageants like this after this show's popularity. What do you see in your research? What do you hear people saying the impact was?
Well, that's absolutely true. I mean, the saying is, there's no bad press, and having a show like this on TV exposed kids and their families to this really subculture and activity that not as many people do as other kids' activities. And so it gave them the ability to say, wow, that looks like a lot of fun, or I think I could be good at that, and be able to seek it out.
You know, people are really hard on the parents. I've got Kelly here who is unapologetic. She's like, I spent $1 million. I had a custom bus with a bodyguard for my girls. Susanna points to the fact that by the age of 6, Bella was already a millionaire as proof that there are no regrets here. And a lot of the criticism in their minds meant nothing.
Well, obviously, if you're going to choose to come on the Tamron Hall show, you've had a positive experience. And so we worry more about the kids who aren't here and who, didn't have as good of an experience. But yeah, certainly any kid activity can be used in a positive way, can be a springboard to other experiences. As has been said, there's always some bad apples. Anything taken to an extreme is not good. I think when we're talking about really young kids, like you saw sometimes on Toddlers and Tiaras and in child beauty pageants more generally, there's additional cause for concern. But as kids get older, into the teenage years, for example, they certainly have a lot more agency to say, oh, this is something I really want to do.
I mean, you saw the blowback, if you will, with Cuties, that Netflix special, and this idea that just the ad alone was sexualizing. We heard that over and over again with Toddlers and Tiaras. Even when that video montage played, some of the people in here had not seen it, and they're going, whoa, look at that little kid in the Pretty Woman outfit that Julia Roberts wore when she was, a streetwalker in that beloved movie. But nevertheless, that was her occupation, and there's a little kid dressed like it.
So here's the thing. When you go to a child beauty pageant, and I've been to dozens of them, people see the routines and they're like, oh, the girl who won, she winked at the audience. She, shook her derriere. She blew kisses at the audience. And they say, oh, that's what you have to do to win. So when you're at the pageant, it might not come across as, oh, this is sexual behavior, or this could be exploited by someone who has ill intent. I think the real issue that I saw have seen over the years is that to these young girls who are 5 or 6, the parents don't always explain, okay, this you shouldn't do that at school, you shouldn't do that in public. And the kids really need to understand, like, what does that mean?
Right.
And so that is something
Well, that's a good point.
is definitely an issue.
Kelly, did you have rules? Were there things that the girls just were not allowed to wear? Were there dance moves and gyrations that you were saying to the girls, this is a no-no?
Giovanna and Alessandra on the show were just adorable. I don't think that at any point they were sexualized. I don't think at any point they probably even felt that way. We can go, my kids could have taken a dance class and worn a skippy dance costume at 2 years old and had someone with ill intent perceive that as sexualizing a child.
Yeah.
Beauty pageants are no different to me than dance, or, should I have wanted to take my girls to play softball, they may have practiced in booty shorts. It's they can't live their life and worry about what bad people may do. We do the best that we can, and certainly my kids on the show did have a bodyguard. They were completely protected by not one but 2 parents at all times. So I mean, I understand where somebody may feel that way from some other things that they may have seen, but not for my girls, and not for most of the girls that were on the show, I think.
Well, listen, the show is a fascinating, groundbreaking show, and I appreciate you all coming on to talk with us about this next chapter. Thank you all, Giovanna, Alessandra, Kelly, Bella, Susanna, Professor Friedman. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.